Welcome to Gayatri Yoga, my friends. My name is Christina, and today is day 8 of our Road to Self-Love Yoga Challenge. And today's Vinyasa Yoga flow is focused on our deepening our backbends and preparing our body to enter feet to head pose. So we'll be entering our Cobra and we'll try to touch our feet to the head. We will prepare our front body and back body to enter our backbends safely, and make sure to listen to the body. If you need to take variations, take variations. If you need to rest, take your rest pose any time of the practice. Don't run after the perfect picture or the perfect video for the challenge. It's about the journey, it's about how you're feeling and any transformations you have during this challenge. I would like to read it in the captions what sensations, what emotions are arising during the classes. Please make sure to tag me on the sponsors and use the hashtag RoadToSelfLove. So grab your mat, grab your block and belts if you need to modify, and let's begin our practice. Today's class will be focused on preparing our body and reaching our feet to head in our Cobra pose. So we'll begin today's practice on the knees, finding your child's pose, taking a moment to observe how you feel before the class. Relaxing your jaw, your face muscles, your lips. Letting go any expectation from the practice, from me as your teacher. Letting go of any expectation from your body. Set the intention for your today's practice to be gentle and caring for your body, allowing your heart to open, allowing all unnecessary layers to peel, and let the love enter your heart, let the new energy enter your body. Send your palms towards the lower back, interlacing the fingers, and squeezing your palms together, lifting your arms up and squeeze the shoulder blades, widening your collarbones, and lift your arms up towards the ceiling, and then reach them to the front of the room. Observe the sensations in your shoulders. And make your little pulses here, pulse towards the front of the room. Breathe. Inhale and exhale slowly. Lower the palms down towards the lower back. Let go of the hold and relax. Observe the blood rushing in towards the shoulders, down your arms towards the wrists, through your elbow joints, towards the fingertips. And now interlace the fingers with your palms to the front of the mat. And now with your forehead pressed into the mat, activate the core, squeeze the glutes, and now lift your palms, lift your arms up, trying to send them behind the ears, squeeze the shoulder blades. I know it's really hard, maybe you will not be able to go too far. And now pulse up towards the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale, release. Feel the blood rush into that area. Feel the activation. Observe the energy building up. Inhale, slowly rise up, finding yourself on your knees and on your forearms. You can have your forearms shoulder width apart, interlace the fingers the uncomfortable way, and now sink in your chest towards the thighs. And if you need to, you can move the knees slightly away from you to realign, reaching your armpits towards the floor. Breathe, observe the sensations. Inhale and exhale. Slowly activate the core. Start lifting your armpits up. And send the shoulders forward to lower your forearms down to the floor. Lower the hips down, finding yourself in your Sphinx Pose. If you need to realign yourself, positioning your elbows right under the shoulders, forearms parallel to one another. Placing the feet together, press the tops of the feet into the mat. Now slide your elbows, press the forearms into the mat, and imagine you're trying to slide them towards the hips, and hips towards the elbows. Activate the core. Lift your sternum up, and now send your shoulders back. Widen your collarbones. Reach the crown of the head up. Slightly tucking the chin. Press the palms into the mat, keeping your core engaged. Extend the arms, lifting the elbows off the mat. Focus on sending your belly button to the front of the room. And exhale, carefully lower the elbows down. Walk your palms slightly forward, like 1 inch away from you, and press the palms into the mat, finding your modified Sphinx. Breathe here, observe the sensations. Now bring your left palm to the center of the mat. Start rotating the chest to the right, trying to lift up. If it's hard for you, maybe keep your elbow on the mat and open your chest to the right. Reach your right arm back. Inhale and exhale, lowering your right palm down to the floor, to the center, and changing sides. Activate the core, press your palm into the mat. You should feel your armpit, your shoulder rising up. And now rotate the chest to the left and reach your left arm back. Maybe you will not be able to rotate too much. Realign the position of your palm. Maybe it's going to be more comfortable if it's not to the center, but more to the right. Just take what works for you. Inhale. And exhale, slowly lowering your left forearm down to the floor. Lower your forehead down, relax. With your forehead down to the floor, start circling your arms in a circular motion with your elbows bent, warming up your shoulder joints. Imagine you are swimming and are changing the direction. Now lift your face off the mat. Send your palms towards the lower back. Again, interlace the fingers, or maybe the uncomfortable way. Squeeze the palms together, close the base of the wrist, and now start widening your collarbones, sending your elbows towards one another, squeezing your shoulder blades. Activate the core, press your pelvic bone into the mat, press your feet into the mat, and peel your chest off the mat. Reach your palms to the back of the room, and then up. And maybe pulse here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lift up, 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 up. Exhale, slowly relax down. Observe the heat building up in your shoulders, in your upper back. When you're ready, bring your palms to align with the middle of the chest. Reach your elbows towards one another. Inhale, start extending your arms. Finding your Cobra, lift your sternum up. Sending your ribs to the front of the room, sending your shoulders back. Inhale, return your head back to neutral. Exhale, lowering down. Press the palms into the mat. Inhale, slowly push the hips back. Release any tension in your lower back, finding your child's pose. You can curl the toes here in your child's pose, stretch the soles of the feet. And then when you're ready, press the palms into the mat, lift the hips up, find your downward dog. Tuck the chin, observe the sensations. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, keeping your mouth closed. Cultivating the energy in your body. Inhale, lift your right leg up, reach the heel to the back of the room, flex the foot, square the hips, straighten your right leg. Inhale, pulse, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower your right leg down. Inhale, lift your left leg up, square the hips, push the heel back, straighten your right leg. Tuck in the chin. And now pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slowly lower the leg down. Inhale, slowly slide forward to plank. Dropping the hips down, finding yourself in your Cobra. Exhale, push the hips back, find your downward dog. Inhale, plank. Drop the hips down, find your Cobra. Activate the core, activate the glutes, curl the toes, lift the hips up, downward dog. Inhale, plank, Cobra, or upward facing dog. Uncurl the toes, keep your hips off the mat. Exhale, lift the hips up, downward dog. Slowly walk your dog, move, bending your knees one at a time, move the hips from side to side. And now step your feet slightly forward, like 1 foot forward. Shortening your dog and observe a deeper stretch at the back of your legs. And then a little bit more forward. Maybe you can bring the palms on top of the blocks if you're not able to touch the floor with your legs straight. And then walk your feet all the way to the front of the room. Relax here for a moment, letting your upper back be heavy, bend your knees, move the torso from side to side. And then when you're ready, activate the core and slowly start stacking your vertebrae one on top of the other. Bring your shoulders over the hips, the crown of the head. And preparing for your sun salutations. You can start with bending your knees. When you back bend, I feel a little bit more comfortable in my neck and my lower back if my knees are bent, and the focus is more on the middle back. Inhale, lift the arms up. Find your back bend variation. And exhale, slowly start folding down, reaching your palms towards the floor or the shins. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Focus on your breathing. Exhale, step your feet back to plank, chaturanga. Or modify knees, chest and chin. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift the hips up, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. And exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, gaze to the front. Exhale, step walk or jump your feet to the front of the mat. Inhaling, lifting the chest halfway up. Exhale, fall down, reach your chest towards the thighs. Inhale, rising up to standing, lifting your arms up, finding your back bend. And exhale, lowering your arms down. Observe the sensations, observe the heat building up. Inhale, find your back bend.
And exhale, slowly start folding down. Reaching your palms to the floor, bending your knees if you need to. Inhale, lifting the chest halfway up. Exhale, step or jump your feet back to plank. Chaturanga, inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift the hips up, downward dog. Tuck the chin, gaze towards the navel, observe the sensations. Roll the biceps out. Inhale, gaze to the front. Exhale, step, walk, or jump your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, reach the chest down, standing forward fold. Inhale, rising up to standing, slowly finding your back bend. And exhale, return to neutral, lower your arms to prayer. You can slowly make circles with your head, letting go any tension in your neck. And then returning to neutral. Inhale, lift your arms up. With your left fingers, grab your left wrist. And now start reaching your left arm to the right side of the room, stretching the left side of the torso. Reach, reach, reach. Activate the core. Inhale, return back to neutral. And now switch sides. With your left fingers, grab your right wrist. Inhale, elongating both sides of the torso, lifting your kneecaps up. Exhale, reach to the left, gaze up towards the ceiling, stretching the right side. Root your right foot into the mat. Activate the core. Inhale, rising back up to neutral. Exhale, lowering your arms down. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms up, find your chair. Exhale, start folding down, reach your palms to the floor, chest towards the thighs. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, jump back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift the hips up, downward dog. Drop your left heel 45 degrees. Step your right foot forward, lift your torso up, warrior one, inhale. Exhale, frame your front foot, step it back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift the hips up, downward dog. Inhale, drop your right heel 45 degrees, step your left foot forward, warrior one. Exhale, frame your front foot, step it back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift the hips up, downward dog, 5 inhales and exhales. Tuck the chin. Observe the sensations. Roll your biceps out. Roll your inner thighs in. Reach the heels down. Inhale, send the gaze to the front. Exhale, step walk or jump to the front of the room. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, fold down, reach your chest towards the thighs. Inhale, slowly rising up to standing. Inhale, bend the knees, transition into your chair. Exhale, stand up tall, lowering your arms down. Inhale, reach your arms up, interlace the fingers, maybe the uncomfortable way. And now start bringing your weight to the balls of the feet, lifting your hips up, finding your balance, activating the core. Squeeze your heels together, squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. And maybe you can find a gentle stretch to the right. And then return to neutral. Be careful with your balance. Power up, lift the heels up, activate the core, squeeze your heels towards one another. And now stretch to the left. Inhale, return back to neutral. Release the hold on the fingertips. Reach your fingers up, up, up. Lift the heels high and high and higher. Exhale, slowly lower the heels and arms down. Inhale, bend the knees. Bring your palms towards the heart center. Squeeze your inner thighs together and find the twist. Press the palms towards one another and send your right shoulder back. Send the tailbone back. Inhale and exhale, gently release. Inhale and exhale, twist to the left. Press the palms together. Send your left shoulder back. Inhale and exhale, gently transition back to chair. Exhale, slowly start extending the legs. Reach your palms down, chest towards the thighs. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, press the palms into the mat, jump back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. And now bend the knee, reach the knee to the chest, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, right leg up. Bend the knee, reach the heel towards the glute. And now transition to your chaturanga. Reach your toes towards the head. And then transition to your upward dog. Reach your head towards the toes, toes towards the head. And exhale, back to downward dog. When you're ready, inhale, lift your left leg up. And exhale, bend the knee, reach the knee to the chest. Align your shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, left leg up. Bend the knee. And exhale, transition to a chaturanga. Keep the knee bent, reach the toes towards the head. Inhale, upward facing dog. Reach your head towards the toes, toes towards the head. Lift through the heart. Keep your core engaged and exhale. One-legged dog. Reach your toes up towards the ceiling and lower your left leg down to the floor. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Observe the sensations. Inhale and exhale, lower the knees down, send the hips back, finding your child's pose. Rest here for a moment, observe the sensations, focus on your breathing, letting go any tension. You can move the hips from side to side and breathe. Inhale, start sliding your torso forward, Extending your torso, finding yourself on your belly. Align your palms next to your side ribs. Press the palms into the mat. Inhale. Extend the torso, finding yourself in your Cobra. Keeping your arms slightly bent. Lifting your sternum up. Stretching the front of the torso. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Elongating the spine, reaching your belly button to the front of the room. And now bend your right knee, reach your right foot towards the head towards the foot. Lift your sternum up, trying to touch the head towards the foot. Inhale and exhale, extend your right leg. Inhale, bend your left knee, reach your foot towards the head and head towards the foot. Work on extending your arms, activate your hamstring and glute to reach the heel closer towards the glute, and now reach your head towards the toes. Inhale and exhale, gently release. Rest, observing the sensations in your back, letting go any tension. Now bend both knees and reach your palms to grab your feet. Press the feet into the palms, start lifting your sternum, your ribs off the mat, finding your Dhanurasana boat pose. Pressing your pelvic bone into the mat, activating the core. Really focus on activating the back of your leg, the glute, the hamstring, to lift the knee, the thigh off the mat. Help yourself to activate the leg and reach the knees off the mat, reaching your toes up towards the ceiling. It's going to help you to find a deeper back bend. Breathe, observe the sensations. Breathe and work on straightening the legs, reaching your toes up towards the ceiling. Observe the sensations in your shoulders, in your chest. Try to roll your biceps inward, observe the change in the stretch. And then outward. Inhale and exhale, gently release. Lower the chest down, relax here. Letting go any tension from the back bend. Sinking into the mat, breathing and surrendering to the present moment. And then when you're ready, gently lift the torso up and transition to your downward facing dog. Extend your arms, lift the hips, curl the toes, and now lift the knees up, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up and step it to the front of the mat, finding your warrior two. Rotate the chest to the left, reach your arms into opposite directions. Breathe. Flip your front palm up, inhale and exhale, reverse the warrior. Keep your front knee bent. Inhale and slowly exhale, return through your warrior two and lower your right palm down to the floor, placing it to the inner side of the right foot. Extend your left arm up and reach it to the front of the room, gaze towards the top palm. Press your right shoulder into the knee, knee into the shoulder, keeping your back leg straight. Observe the stretch on the left side of the torso. Inhale and exhale, slowly start extending your right leg, trying to keep the palm on the floor or on the mat. Keep reaching your left palm to the front of the room. And slowly start reaching your right arm up, keeping it parallel towards the left arm, keeping your core engaged, keeping both legs straight. Inhale and exhale, bend the front knee. Keeping your back leg straight, reaching your fingertips to the front of the room. Observe the sensations. Inhale and exhale, slowly transition to your warrior two. Inhale and exhale, frame the front foot. Step your right foot back to plank. Transition to your chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, upward facing dog. Staying here for a couple of breaths, lifting your sternum up, sending your shoulders back. And exhale, transition to your downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up and step it to the front of the mat, dropping your back heel down, rising up, warrior two. Open the chest to the right side of the room, extend your arms to the opposite sides. Inhale, flipping your front palm up, and exhale, reversing the warrior. keeping your front knee bent, back leg straight. Observe the sensations. Expanding the ribs as you inhale, contracting as you exhale. Inhale, transition back to warrior two and lower your left palm to the inner side of the left foot. Reach your right arm up and send it to the front of the room. Extended side angle stretch. Press your left shoulder into the knee, knee into the shoulder. Pressing through the outer edge of your back foot into the mat, keeping your legs straight. Inhale and exhale, slowly start extending your left leg. If you need to, put the block under your left palm. You can lift the base of the wrist. Keep reaching your left palm to the front of the room. Observe the sensations in your back, in your core, and slowly start lifting your right arm up, keeping your arms parallel to one another. You're really using the core to hold yourself up off the thigh. Breathe, inhale and exhale, bend the left knee, and slowly transition to your warrior two. Press through the front foot into the mat. Inhale and exhale. Slowly frame the front foot. Step your left foot back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift the sternum up. And exhale, lift the hips up, downward dog. Breathe, observe the sensations. Pressing the whole palms into the mat, spreading the fingers, lifting the kneecaps up. Pull the navel in, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift your left leg up and step it to the front of the mat, dropping your back, knee down. Press your left palm into the mat and rotate the chest to the right, taking your shoulders and reaching your right arm up, up, up towards the ceiling, finding your twist. And now reach your right palm to grab the left foot, reach the heel towards the glute. Observe the stretch in your quadricep, stay twisted, making sure the weight is not on the kneecap. If you wish, you can lower down to your elbow. Observe the sensations. And breathe in inhales and exhales. If you wish, you can try to flex the foot, observing the change in the sensations. Inhale and exhale, gently release. Inhale, lower your right palm down to the inner side of the foot, maybe lowering both elbows down or keeping your arms extended if you are not able to touch the elbows to the floor. Observing the sensations in your right glute, your inner thigh. Breathing, relaxing your lower belly, your pelvis. Inhale and exhale, slowly start walking your elbows or arms towards the left side of the room, observing some new sensations. Inhale and exhale, slowly returning back to center, framing the front foot, and slowly walking your right foot to the left side of the mat, lowering your right knee down, squaring the hips, finding your pigeon. If you need to, use the block under your right glute. Realign yourself, trying to square the hips as much as you can. Inhale and exhale, slowly start lowering down. You can stay on your forearms or lower all the way down your chest and your forehead towards the floor. Breathing through the tight areas in the hips. You can exhale with your mouth if you wish. Inhale, slowly start lifting the torso up. Pressing your left palm into the mat. Slowly rotate the chest to the right and reach your right arm as far back as you can. Observe a nice twist in your back, open the chest, and I see if you can reach your palm to grab your left foot and reach the heel towards the glute. Observe the quadricep stretch. Try not to force it, controlling the stretch. Inhale and exhale, gently let go of the hold. And now press your right palm into the mat, lift the hips up, step your right foot back to plank, walk your legs here, letting go any tension in your knees, in your hips, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting the hips up, downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. And step it to the front of the mat, dropping your right knee down. Pressing your right palm into the mat, turn the chest to the left, staking your shoulders and reaching your left arm up towards the ceiling. Breathing, observing the sensations. Inhale and exhale, reach your left palm to grab your right foot, bending your right knee, sinking your hips as low as you can. Observing the sensations. Maybe you can lower your right elbow down to the floor. You can gently roll from one side, one edge of your thigh to another, making sure the weight is not on the kneecap. If it's more on the kneecap, then don't do it. And then carefully let go of the foot and see if you can bring your left elbow to the inner side of the left foot. If you are not able to touch the floor with the elbows, just have your arms extended. Breathe here, observe the sensations, the stretch in your left glute, your thigh, your hip, inner thigh. And then when you're ready, extend your arms. Framing your front foot, walk your left foot to the right side of the mat, dropping your left knee down to the floor, being careful with the ankle, squaring the hips. You can gently move the torso from side to side, letting go any tension in your lower back. And then when you're ready, start lowering down to your elbows. And if this is enough, just stay here, observe the sensations. If you already have a lot of sensations here, that's fine. This is perfect. This is the perfect spot for you to get a good deep stretch. And if you're not feeling too much, then you can go a little further. Lower the chest and forehead down. And then when you're ready, slowly extending your arms, pressing your right palm into the mat, start rotating the chest to the left. And maybe this is enough for you, just stay here, observe the sensations. Maybe a deeper stretch in your left glute, hip, maybe your chest, middle back. Or you can start bending your right knee and maybe grab the foot and add a stretch towards the quadricep. Breathe. Inhale and exhale, gently let go, returning to neutral. Lift the hips up, step your left foot back to plank, walk your legs here, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift the hips up, downward dog. Inhale and exhale, lower the knees down, lifting your torso up, preparing for your camel, curling the toes. Bring your palms towards the lower back, fingers are pointed up towards the ceiling. Activate the core, lift your sternum up, and start reaching your fingertips down towards the heels, your ankles. And dropping your head down if you feel comfortable. Send the hips forward. You can uncurl the toes if you wish. If you wish, you can lift your right heel, right foot off the mat and start bringing it in towards the glute. Just be careful. Send the hips forward. Stretching your quadricep. Inhale and exhale. Carefully slide your foot back down. Find your balance. Activate the core. Squeeze the glutes. And start lifting your left foot off the mat. And start bringing your heel in towards the glute. Squeeze the glutes. Reach your ribs, your sternum up towards the sky. Inhale, carefully slide your palm down, releasing the foot down. Inhale, return your head back to neutral. Tuck the chin. Activate the core, bring the palms towards the low back, keeping your core and glutes engaged. Return your shoulders over the hips. Carefully sink the hips down on top of the heels and relax here. Slowly, very slowly. You can stretch your lower back by rounding your back and then lowering down to your child's pose. Gently moving your hips from side to side, letting go any tension. And now inhale, start lifting your torso up, cross your ankles and push the hips back to lower down to your hips. Extending your legs slightly, finding a diamond shape with your legs, feet together. Now thread your arms under your calf muscles, hold on to the feet and relax your lower back. Stretch your lower back, you can wiggle your hips, your torso. Just let go any tension from your back bend. Inhale, lift the torso up, release the hold on the feet, and now extend both legs. Flex the feet, shoulders over the hips, pull the knee in, lift the sternum up. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, slowly start reaching your chest to the front of the room. Now grabbing your feet, your ankles, your shins, using the belt if you need to. Inhale and exhale, slowly start reaching your chest towards the thighs, thighs towards the chest. Try not to force it. With each and every exhale, just checking if there is a little bit more space to go a little bit lower. Observing the sensations in your back body, your hamstrings, maybe your glutes, your low back. Inhale and exhale, slowly start lowering a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, return to seated. Now bend your right knee and step your right foot over your left thigh. Inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, find your twist. Rotate the chest to the right and start squeezing your thigh in towards the chest and keep twisting, gazing over your right shoulder. You can bring the elbow to the outside of the thigh, keeping your right sit bone on the mat. Or if you wish, you can add a bind. Send your left arm under your right thigh. Send your right palm towards the left side and see if you can interlace some fingers. Lift your sternum up, keeping your left leg engaged, straight, twist, breathe. Inhale, finding the space between the ribs, and exhale, twisting a little deeper. Inhale. Inhale. Inhale and exhale, gently release and the twist. And now extend your right leg. Shake your legs, bend your left knee and step your left foot to the outside of your right thigh. Inhale, lift your arms up and exhale, keeping your core engaged, lifting your sternum up. Start rotating the chest to the left and either squeeze the thigh in, bring the elbow to the outside of the thigh, or if you wish, you can find your bind. Lean forward and thread your arm, and then lean back and interlace the fingers. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, gently release. And slowly cross your legs, fall down. Trying to fold as low as you can. Relax your lower back after the twist. And from here, lean forward, rising up to your knees. You can keep your ankles crossed. Just bring your right palm to the floor right behind you and push the hips forward. Lift your left arm up, finding your back bend and stretching the front of your hips. Inhale and exhale, slowly lower the hips down, lower your left arm down, and now switch sides. So you can circle your left arm all the way around, bring the palm to the floor, and now start lifting the hips, lifting your right arm up. Find your back bend. Focus on stretching your abs, your hips, your chest. Inhale and exhale, slowly circle your right arm to the left and then to the front. And now just uncross your ankles and lower down to your belly. Breathe here. Relax for a moment. Now lift your chest up, finding your Sphinx Pose. Keeping your left forearm on the mat, start rotating the chest to the right. Start bending your left knee and with your right palm, grab your left foot. Start pressing this foot into the palm and you will start lifting the knee off the mat. And you will feel that the leg doesn't let you go back towards the chest. If you send it back, it will peel the chest off the mat. So start extending your left leg up towards the ceiling. Find your balance, activate the core, squeeze the glutes, lift your right leg off the mat, send the toes back, and now you can extend your left arm forward. Breathe, observe the sensations. Stay twisted, opening your chest, your shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, gently release. Rest for a moment. And from here, let's do the opposite side. So bring your right forearm on the mat, press the whole forearm into the mat, rotate the chest to the left. Now bend your right knee, left palm is grabbing your right foot. Start pressing the foot into the palm. You will feel the quadricep, you will feel your thigh lifting of the mat. Let it lift the mat. Start pressing the foot into the palm, lifting your thigh off the mat, reaching your toes up, up, up towards the ceiling. As you engage the core and glutes, you will feel your chest peeling off the mat. Extend your left leg, reach the left foot to the back of the room. And you should create this resistance with your palm and foot, and you will be able to find your balance. Reach your right palm to the front of the room. Breathe, observe the sensations. Inhale and exhale, gently release and rest for a moment. Now slowly transition to your Cobra. Align the tips of the fingers with the middle of the chest. Normally it's where the nipples are. And start squeezing your elbows in towards one another. Legs together, press the tops of the feet, the pelvic bone into the mat. Activate the core, start pressing the palms into the mat. peeling your chest, your ribs, your belly off the mat, and start working on sending your sternum and your belly button forward, sending your shoulders back, and widen your collarbones, extending your arms as much as you can. Focus on the back bend in your middle back. Inhale and exhale. Slowly start bending your elbows, keeping your core engaged, lowering your belly, your ribs, your chest down to the floor. Now when you're ready, inhale, walk your palms closer towards the hips and transition to your upward facing dog. So we are lifting, spreading the fingers, lifting our thighs off the mat, hips and thighs off the mat, pressing the feet into the mat, and just hang here, breathe. Extend your arms, lift your sternum up, widen your collarbones. 1. Focus on stretching the front of your body. Send the belly button and the ribs forward. 3. 4. 5. Keep your core engaged. 6. 7. 8, 9, 10. Activate the core, slowly lower the knees and thighs down, bend the elbows and start lowering your belly, your ribs, the chest down to the floor. Relax here. And now let's try our peak pose. So lift your head off the mat, relax your legs, and now press your pelvic bone into the mat, activating your glutes. Bend your knees and start reaching your heels towards the glutes. It's okay if the thighs are lifting for now, it's okay. Slowly start sliding your palms in towards the hips, keeping your core engaged. Keep pressing your pelvis into the mat. Glutes are strong. Squeeze your heels in towards the glutes. You can press the heels in towards one another to feel this activation in the glutes and the core. Sliding the palms in as close as you can. Imagine there is a tennis ball and you're trying to push the ball away from you, and this action will help you to start stretching the front of the torso as you start rising up off the mat. Start sending your chest to the front, keep squeezing your thighs in towards the chest, sending your shoulders back and reach your toes towards the head. Inhale, lift your head back up. Exhale, slowly extend your legs and start lowering down. Breathe and observe the sensations. Slowing down your heart rate. Relaxing your jaw, your face muscles. And now let's do it one more time. So start activating your pelvic bone, pressing it into the mat. Activate the glutes and the core. So find this area really, really engaged. Start bending the knees, reaching the heels towards the glutes. Start sliding your palms in towards your hip bones. Activate the core. You have to really use your arm strength to push yourself up, and send your shoulders back. And if your feet are not touching the head, do this next micro movements. Send your shoulders back, send your head back. Send your shoulders even more back. Now tuck your chin, creating double chin. And send the shoulders even more back. And now throw your head one more time and reach your toes. Maybe you were able to touch the head. Inhale and exhale, gently release. Relax here. When you're ready, press the palms into the mat. Send the hips back, find your child's pose. You can move the hips from side to side, letting go any tension in your lower back. You can even lift your chest off the mat, sliding your fingertips towards the knees and keep rounding your back. Stretch, 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 stretch. And then return back to your child's pose. Rest, observe the sensations in your heart center, any emotions arising. When you're ready, inhale, lift the torso up. And now, just drop your hips down, send the hips back. Lower down to your elbows. From here, just slide your elbows out to the side, lowering your shoulders and back down to the mat. Walk your feet in towards the glutes, keeping your feet parallel towards one another. Press the four corners of the feet into the mat. Press the palms into the mat, arms extended. Keep your core engaged, activate the glutes. Start peeling your tailbone, low back, middle back, upper back of the mat. And start walking your shoulders towards one another. And maybe interlace the fingers. And as you press your arms and triceps into the mat, press the feet into the mat. Push the hips up. Try not to flare the knees out. Reach your inner thighs towards one another. Reach your chest towards the chin. Keep the back of the head on the mat. Breathe. Observe how this pose is feeling today. Does it feel a little bit more comfortable than it normally does? Keep pressing the feet into the mat. Keep reaching your chest towards the chin. Inhale and exhale, slowly start untucking the shoulders and start pressing your spine down one vertebra by vertebra at a time. And now extend your arms and bring your palms right under the glutes, palms facing down. Extend your legs. And preparing for your fish pose, point the toes, activate the core, and start sending your belly button up and then forward to the front of the room. Reaching your abs up towards the ceiling, your ribs up, expanding your ribs as you inhale. Rising up to your elbows, and if you feel comfortable, dropping your head back down. Keep pointing the toes, keeping your legs engaged. Breathe. Observe the sensations in your shoulders. Inhale. Lift your head back up, tucking the chin. Keep your core engaged. Slowly walk your elbows out to the sides and start lowering your low back, Middle back, upper back down. Releasing your palms, extending your arms. If you need to, you can roll your arms in a circular motion, letting go any tension in your joints. Squeezing your knees in towards the chest, rocking from side to side. Dropping your feet down to the mat, opening your knees out to the side, finding your supine butterfly. And then when you're ready, slowly extending your legs, preparing for your Shavasana. Breathe, observe the sensations. Letting go any tension from the practice, melting into the mat, surrendering to the present moment. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you wish. If you're ready to finish the practice, start moving your toes, your fingers. Bringing your knees in towards the chest. And roll into your right side for your fetal position. And slowly rising up to your seated. Thank you guys for joining me for this Road to Self-Love journey. I hope you feel great and you were able to reach the peak pose, touch your toes towards the head, or at least you were a tiny bit closer to touch the head. I hope you feel open in your heart and in your mind. Let me know in the comments, share with your friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, turn on the notifications to receive the updates about the new classes. Until we train again, namaste.